Hey folks, welcome to another VR video. Today I'm not actually going to jump into a headset. I'm going to talk a little bit about the future of the channel and the past, as things have developed pretty quickly over the past year or so. In the times of uncertainty in the world, I jumped into virtual reality a lot more. And so in the past couple of years, I've done a lot more social VR. I've started writing for VR Trend magazine, which is a every other month periodical. It actually comes out in print form to your mailbox. And in the past quarter or so, I was invited into the MetaQuest Ambassador program, and I'm learning a ton from that particular program as well. You might notice I'm on a holodeck right now, and I've got some hands mostly. I'm still using a virtual green screen, but I'm upgrading my lighting and my green screen and things of that nature to give better quality of my camera view, and also learning different techniques to present Quest and PC VR and even PSVR content in a little bit better light than I have in the past. I've tried to, over time, improve the quality of these videos as much as I can, and I really appreciate the support that they've given me, whether it be the content creators or the folks from Meta or the folks helping to administer the program. Very cool people, and I'm really excited to be part of that program. I've also had the opportunity to go back out into the world. I went to Augmented World Expo 2021, and I'm hoping to go to Augmented World Expo again this year. I had planned to go to CES, but because of a lot of cancellations and the uncertainty, again, of the potential of catching a virus, I've been wearing one of these things a lot when I go out into public. And I live in a household that if one of us gets sick, there's going to be some pretty challenging situations. So we decided it was best that I stay home. So a little disappointed to miss out on that, but I did get to go to Los Angeles Comic-Con, see a couple of great panels there related to virtual reality, and catch up with a lot of VR community members at both AWE and Los Angeles Comic-Con. Up next for me from a travel perspective is this right here, GDC, which is actually in my backyard. It's in San Francisco. I live in the San Francisco Bay Area, so hopefully, as long as nothing causes a cancellation or I don't feel safe to go, GDC is in March, and I'm hoping to have some coverage from that particular event as well. My buddy Questy is here to talk a little bit about VR hardware that I'm excited about potentially coming in 2022. I got to try the Lynx R1 at AWE, and I was a backer for their Kickstarter as well. That one, more so as an AR device, a pass-through AR device, really intrigues me. I am excited to be able to check it out. It's got really good hand tracking from Ultraleap. It's got pretty decent pass-through cameras to give you a good vision of the world outside of the headset while you're peering into the headset, which is very cool. Not sure exactly what I'll do with it, but I am excited to give it a try and to see what it can do that my other AR devices in particular can't. Having the Magic Leap 1, the Microsoft HoloLens, and the Nreal Light glasses, it's cool to have those devices, and those are all ones that are still on the market. I've got others too that are not. But I want to see what the other side looks like. I've gotten the opportunity to try a couple of the pass-through experiences on Quest 2. They're pretty cool, but the pass-through on Quest 2 is just this weird, blurry black and white smudge. So having something that's a bit more quality and full color excites me. Having that full color quality experience may also be coming in a device that's rumored to come out this year called Project Cambria. Uh, People have called it all kinds of names, but that's the only name that Meta have officially announced when Mark Zuckerberg mentioned the project in the Connect keynote in 2021. I don't know when or if we'll get more details on Cambria this year, but I am excited to see what that future might bring or what other things Meta have up their sleeves. And of course, there's other manufacturers too. Pimax has the Reality 12K that I was hoping to try actually at CES, but unfortunately they too had to cancel at CES for one reason or another, so I didn't get that opportunity either. And of course, other headsets that may be in the pipeline that we don't know about yet. So lots to come from the hardware perspective. And now Questy is going to go away, and we'll talk a little bit about software. From a software perspective, one of the games that I am really excited to play in virtual reality this year is a game called Firmament by Cyan Worlds. I got the opportunity a couple of years back at GDC actually to play their not even alpha, like tech demo version of the game, and I really, really enjoyed it. I actually wrote to the developers when their crowdfunding campaign came out and asked if I could cover it on the channel, and they were very willing, and I was super excited to be able to step back into that little tech demo. So it's been a few years now. Again, complications in the world, unforeseen circumstances have delayed that title to hopefully come out this year in 2022. It's a game where it's exploratory, it's puzzle driven. Uh, it had excellent graphics when I tried it, and I'm sure it's gotten much, much better over time. So it's one of those games where it's like Myst in a way because it's a Cyan game, but it also has this little companion character that you have to have help you. So it's got a good spin on the puzzle genre with really immersive graphics, really immersive techniques. So I'm excited for that one, and I'm hoping it comes in 2022. Another game that is uncertain, but every year I get more excited for the eventual release of is Redemption's Guild by Unlike Games. Redemption's Guild is a game that's been in development since probably 2016 or 2017. I'm not actually sure when I first touched the game, but it was in a pre-alpha state. One of my friends, PSVR Frank, was friends with the lead developer and said, "Hey, would you like to try this game? They're looking for one more player for their alpha." And I said, "Sure." And I jumped in. We went through a labyrinth level, we went through an arena level, and it was a ton of fun. So going in, playing the game, enjoying it. When time came for them to ask for people to help support the title, I jumped at the chance. And I've made a few videos about the progress of their development, a series called Low Poly Armor. Uh, that series will continue when more progress is shared publicly, but the developers have been working on that game tirelessly for the past couple of years without really showing the public a lot, and I'm excited to see what the eventual full game looks like. That one is a guild-based multiplayer title. It's an RPG, it's got arena combat, it's got adventure zones, it's got a labyrinth maze, it's got all kinds of different features. But instead of it being a massively multiplayer game, it's a small group multiplayer game, which intrigues me because that means I could take some of my favorite friends out into these RPG adventures together and keep that same small group and not have a bunch of other people crowding in on our territory. So a lot of the other multiplayer games are huge, hundreds of players multiplayer. This being limited to a small number intrigues me, and it's also a really fun game, and I like the art style. Speaking of art style, a company that is no stranger to great art is Alchemy Labs, and they have a new title coming called Cosmonius High in 2022. I have loved Job Simulator, Vacation Simulator, Rick and Morty, pretty much anything that Alchemy Labs has shared, and this one looks like it's going to be a great title as well. Again, love the art direction, love the character design, and excited to see what they bring. I don't really know too much about what type of game this is going to be, but Alchemy Labs has never disappointed, and I'm really excited to see what they bring to the table with this one. A game I've covered a couple of times on the channel, Lo-Fi, is hopefully coming in 2022. Now, what's very cool about Lo-Fi is the developers at Iris VR have actually allowed pretty unprecedented access to the title if you purchase it on itch.io. You can actually download preview builds that are regularly being refreshed with new content, so you can see kind of the development cycle of the game as it happens. That doesn't happen very often with games, so if you're into that type of thing, I definitely recommend picking up the title now. It is coming to PC VR and PSVR. A prequel title called Agency is coming to Quest PC VR and hopefully PSVR as well. Lo-Fi is also playable on standard PC and will be playable on the PlayStation 5 as well. So stay tuned for that one. It is a cyberpunk adventure that's a super immersive world. Right now in the PC build, there's a theater that runs actual old movies. There's the ability to play Game Boy and Super NES games on arcade and handheld consoles, which is very cool as well. Lots and lots of creativity coming to that title, and I'm excited to see what the final game, or at least more of the game, looks like in 2022. One of my favorite franchises, Grand Theft Auto, is officially coming to virtual reality. There have been some mods that allow you to play Grand Theft Auto 5 in VR. Uh, Nothing against that. It's a really cool experience. The first time I played Grand Theft Auto 5 in VR, I got eaten by a mountain lion. Yeah. But officially on the Quest platform, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas has been announced. I don't know if it's coming in 2022, but if it is, it's one of my most anticipated titles. I would love to go back into that Los Santos world and play through in a virtual world. I know Resident Evil 4 was a pretty big title last year, and I'm hoping that Grand Theft Auto San Andreas is that big title for this year. Well, one of them. I hope there's a lot of big titles this year and in the future as well. But this one is one that's definitely close to the top of my anticipated list. In a completely different genre and vein, uh, there was a trailer for a game called Tentacular that showed up in the Wholesome Games Showcase. I don't even remember what time frame in 2021 this was, to be perfectly honest, but it stuck with me. You play some type of a squid creature or an octopus or something that has tentacles, and your hands move and the tentacles move, and you have to stick things to the tentacles and solve puzzles with the tentacles. Anyway, it looked really silly, and it was a title that I am excited to check out when it comes out, hopefully in 2022. And the last title I'm going to mention is a game called Hubris, which again I got the opportunity to check out a brief demo of and was blown away. It has almost photorealistic graphics and a sci-fi themed atmosphere. I was really seriously blown away by this adventure game. You can swim, you can sort of climb, you can jump, you can convert these little squid creatures into climbing ropes. There's lots of cool stuff that you can do in this game, and I'm excited for what more comes in either an early access release, maybe more of a preview, or the final game in 2022. And those are just a small number of great titles that I'm hoping are coming in 2022. Already 2022 has been pretty great. I've been playing a ton of a game called Zenith in beta that's coming out in just a few short days on the 27th. So far this year, there have been a bunch of mods for Capcom games, mostly in the Resident Evil series, but also for Devil May Cry 5 and Monster Hunter Rise. The recent release of a Cyberpunk VR mod by the creator of Vorpex, Luke Ross's mods for Horizon Zero Dawn, the Mafia series, again, Grand Theft Auto 5. There's a ton out there from the modding community, as well as great titles coming directly to virtual reality. So, again, this channel is all about getting people to discover virtual reality. I am closing in on 2,000 subscribers. Hopefully, by the time this posts, I will reach that goal. And again, thank you to everyone that does subscribe to the channel. I'm planning to continue, regardless of how many subscribers I have, to make videos, but I hope you enjoy the content. I encourage you, if you hate the content or if there's something you'd want me to do differently or better, leave a comment. Let me know. I'm open to criticism. I want to be a good part of this community, and I want you to be able to discover things through my channel. So, thank you again for watching, for sticking with me over the years, or if this is your first time stopping by, thanks for watching this face for the past 15 minutes or so. I'm looking forward to the journey that virtual reality takes us on, the worlds that we explore in 2022 and the future. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye now.